We just got some breaking news on Apple CEO. So Tim Cook has decided to step aside as the CEO. And this is actually pretty big news for a company of this caliber. And I think that the stock already today, it is starting to see an effect. And I'm going to show you some different things that I got on my chart. I got a couple indicators that I want you to see, and just some different levels where we could possibly go if it continues to the downside, or maybe even some upside moves. So breaking news. Yeah, I mean, you guys all saw the headlines. He has officially stepped down as the CEO of the company. And so now we'll get, I believe this guy, John Ternus, is that how you say it? I'm not really sure how to say his name. But however you say that, it doesn't really matter. There will be a replacement, and Tim Cook will no longer be the CEO. So what will the stock, particularly the price, either go up or down on this news? So today, so far, it actually has been down almost 2% on the news. And honestly, I saw this level coming. I actually had this level drawn yesterday, and I saw that it broke out, and it didn't, it confirmed, but I still needed another confirmation right here for it to be what I would like to consider it a more of a bullish move. Now, honestly, Apple stock has been up quite a bit from the lows here. So it went up as far as almost 12%. So not a bad move, to be honest with you. But we are starting to see this this coiling action here, this where it goes up, down. And will we see another retest of this specific level right here at 244? Definitely could. Do I think it'll get there? Do I think it'll just jump down there in a couple days? No, absolutely not. I don't think. Now Apple does have earnings as well, so we'll see what the earnings will actually bring. Will there maybe be a minor pullback right here where we see something like this, and then earnings might actually be okay, and then it'll go up to this particular next resistance level here at 281. So really right now, I would say I don't really have a trade on at this point that I would be interested in on Apple. What I would say is wait and see. And essentially this trade, you would want to see something where it breaks this downward sloping trend line here. Right now, we actually are in this gravity zone. And so what I like to show you guys here on this YouTube channel is basically all the tools that I use and utilize at my disposal every single day. And the two tools that I have here, I have the Magna Zone, which is essentially it's just a support resistance, and it gives you recommended trades to take based on breaks of support and resistance. Now here on the daily, we really haven't broken a major support or resistance in quite a long time. So the last one we could have potentially broke was down here at 244. So there really hasn't been a major breakout. Even with the S&P 500 at all-time highs, Apple has not been able to gain enough momentum to break into the back to all-time highs. So I think Apple will eventually get there again. Obviously, it's one of the biggest companies in the world. It's just a matter of when. So should you buy this right now? Is this a sell the news, or is this a buy the news? Because lately, good news is bad news, right? And the stocks go up even on bad news, and stocks go down on good news. It's a little bit crazy sometimes. It could be a little bit challenging to time some of the moves. But what I would definitely say is wait for this earnings here on what day is this? They have earnings on. This is April 30th. So that's only about 9 days away of currently doing this video. So we'll see what happens there. If it does end up breaking down, look for price to want to come back down into this 244 zone and retest. If it does that, this would be a beautiful buy level right there. That would be an absolutely great buy level. Now, if it does break this and confirm, I mean, it could potentially you could look out below there, because that would be a very bad thing if it would break this 244 level. Do I think it's going to go down there currently in this cycle? I don't think so, to be honest. What I would think would happen here, even if Apple jumps down on earnings, it would do something like this, go maybe some sideways, and then eventually break this this downward sloping trend line. So I would see something like that, and then we would eventually get back up there to all-time highs. We'll see what the overall market does, though, but I'd expect a major move to happen with this news, even if it is news that isn't great for the company. It is a change. Maybe it's a new vision, and maybe investors will actually eventually like that here. But as of right now, this is just the first day. It's not great, but there is a long time for this to be okay. So I would expect some sideways chop here, just kind of figure out this pricing, and I expect it to most likely do that up until earnings, and then we'll figure out what'll happen there on earnings, because earnings could go crazy up or crazy down either way. So I just wanted to show you guys this chart. Wanted to show you this with my tools here. And so if you're interested in either of these tools, Magnet Zone or Gravity Zone, there will be links in the description as well. This is just for TradingView. These are some of my tools that I like to use. This is something new that I've been testing as well. But I won't go into that too much there. So so that's Apple. I'm going to kind of give you a deep dive into this. The overall market right now, we are hovering at around all-time highs. It has been going sideways. We're in the blue sky zone with the gravity zone. So you can see all these breakouts. So this was actually a breakout sell, and what a nice move that was. And then a breakout buy on the magnet zone plus the gravity zone. We had two big buy opportunities right there. So nice move up, big push up. Absolutely crazy. And we are in the discovery zone. So blue sky is the discovery zone. I expect SPY to most likely here just continue to kind of just chop sideways. It could even produce a flag pattern. And a flag pattern, you guys know what that is. If you don't, we'll do something like this and then another move to the upside. So it could potentially do that. I don't expect to see a major fall like this again on the S&P 500. Again, it could be completely wrong. This is just me. This is my personal, my personal beliefs. But I can expect, if we pull back here, this level, look at all these lines. So the magnet zone and the gravity zone, and we have another one. So I expect maybe a pullback here, and then maybe something like that where we go. I don't think we do this much of a sideways move again. I could see something like this where we, hey, we retest, all these orders, they take profit is being taken, and then maybe some. Now we're gonna have to get possibly some news. Now the news isn't driving this market as hard the last couple of days, but it did drive it really hard here. So many days in a row, just straight up. And so I don't expect to see that again at this current time. We will most likely see some sideways chop for a little bit. Maybe some theta burn. Maybe some folks that are in some options are going to be complaining and saying, hey, this is rigged. This is the time to get in some of those sideways strategies. A great one is a debit spread strategy. So if you guys haven't seen some of my previous videos, we're actually got really big on our Microsoft one. So I did a video on Microsoft and Palantir. We're still up on the Palantir. I think we're down a little bit on Hood. Oops, let's go Hood. Or no, I think this is the line of sand here. So we still are up a little bit here on the Hood. I think it's 85. So as long as you stay above a certain level, that is where you'll be fine with debit spread. So great strategy. But really today, I just wanted to cover that Apple trade, or just maybe the lack of a trade there, and more of a, maybe a trend line hit. Now, could you play this to the downside? You could. I don't love anything bearish right now, to be honest with you. I don't think that. I mean, a lot of guys out there will say, "Hey, we're overextended. This isn't going to continue on forever." But they've been saying that the last like 20 years, and all the market has done is this little boom, and then this, and a little boom, and this, and so. That's my opinion on perma bears. Perma bears. I just don't understand that thought process, but this could be a potential area where it's going to have to break through. So for Apple to get any kind of momentum, it's going to have to break above this candle right here. To me, I would like a close above this. candle close above this, and I think that would be a great sign for more of a bullish move. To be honest with you, though, even a break of this particular zone right here at 281. So maybe at 281, that would be also a really critical level to break. And then, of course, we have all-time highs. And I love all-time highs trades. I think those are some great trades as well. A lot of folks don't like it because they say, oh, well, we're at all-time highs, so it's not gonna, it's not gonna go forever. But look at this trade right here. This has been an all-time high trade, and it just continued to rip. So there is a case for that as well. But I kind of like the sidelines here on Apple, and we'll see what happens here.